Today's video, problem of the day, page 8 in your new 1E packets. For examples 1 through 4, determine if y is proportional to x. Identify the constant of proportionality, k, and write an equation to represent the situation. Well, to identify the constant, y proportional to x, will give me a constant all the way down the table. Every single value comes out to be the same. It's a constant of proportionality k. Write the equation, then plug that k into y equals kx. You're going to fill in questions 1 through 4, and you'll see that some of them, yes, have a constant of proportionality. Some of them do not. So pause the video and answer page 8 now. Lesson 3, identifying proportional and non-proportional relationships in tables. You have been hired by your neighbors to babysit their children on Friday night. You are paid $8 per hour. There's my rate, $8 per hour. Complete the table relating your pay to the number of hours you worked. Well, if you haven't worked, you're not going to get any pay. $8 per 1 hour, so 2 hours. 2 times 8 would be 16. 3 times 8 would be 24. 4 times 8 would be 32. 4.5 times 8 would be 36. 5 times 8 would be 40. 6 times 8 would be 48. And 6.5 times 8 would be 52. It says, based on the table above, is your pay, your money, proportional to the hours worked? So my pay divided by the hours, yes, it does equal a constant. They told us the rate at the beginning, it was $8 per hour. So the answer is yes. How do I know? Because every time I take my pay and divide it by hours, because that's what I multiplied by, it's constant $8 per hour. One quantity is proportional to a second quantity if a constant number exists, such that each measure in the first quantity multiplied by the constant gives the corresponding measure in the second quantity. Steps to determine if two quantities in a table are proportional to each other, for each given measure of quantity A and quantity B, find the value of B divided by A. If the value of B divided by A, or what we call Y divided by X, is the same for each pair of the numbers, then the quantities are proportional to each other. Next page. Which team will win the race? You decided to run in a long-distance race. There are 2 teams that you can join. Team A runs at a constant rate, there's my K, of 2.5 miles per hour. Team B runs 4 miles the first hour and then runs 2 miles per hour after that. Then has a constant, but not from the beginning. Your task, create a table for each team showing the distances that would be run for the times of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hours. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hours. Team A, remember, is 2.5 miles per hour. So their K is constant. So 1 times 2.5, 2.5. 2 times 2.5, 5. 3 times 2.5, 7.5. 4 times 2.5, 10. 5 times 2.5, 12.5. 6 times 2.5, 15. Team B runs in the first hour 4 miles. Then after that, each hour, it's 2 miles per hour after that. So adding on 2 miles, I'm going to have 6, and then 8, and then 10, and then 12, and then 14. For which team is distance, that's the Y here, by the way. For which team is distance proportional to time? Team A. Every time y divided by x equals 2.5. It has a constant rate. They told us that right at the beginning. .5 miles per hour. Explain how you know distance for the other team is not proportional. Well, team B does not do the exact same distance each hour because it travels at a different rate the first hour. It goes 4 miles in that hour. So, and all the other versus the other miles are then 2 miles per hour. So, Team B travels at a different rate the first hour, 4 miles per hour, versus the other miles, because then it, or versus the other hours, I guess I should say, because then it's going 2 miles per hour. If the race were 2.5 miles long, which team would win? 2.5 miles, well, Team A would take an hour, but Team B would get there before the hour, so Team B. It says explain. They will arrive at 2.5 miles sooner. Okay, if the race were 3.5 miles, well, Team B is still going to get to, in 1 hour, 4 miles. 3.5 miles, Team A has gone now into the second hour. So again, Team B is going to win. And for the exact same reason, because they would be there before the hour. Before the first hour. If the race were 4.5 miles long, which team would win? Well, Team A, let's see if we can figure this out. Distance, time would be distance divided by speed. From my triangle, remember distance equals speed times time. So time would be distance divided by speed. My distance is 4.5. My speed is 2.5 miles per hour. So Team A would arrive in 1 8/10 hours. Team B, time would be equal to distance divided by speed. So the distance is 4.5. Their speed at that point is 3. So I would get 1.5 hours. So Team B is going to get there. Which team would win? Team B would. Because again, they're going to get there sooner. And you can see it in my work. They will arrive sooner. Next page, and it's still on this problem, so I'm going to have to go back and forth between the pages. So we'll have to keep flipping our packets here. For what length would it be better to be on Team B than Team A? Well, let's go back and look at this. For what length race would it be better to be on Team B? Anything less than 10 hours, you're getting there sooner on Team B. Oh, they're the exact same at 10 miles, 4 hours. So letter D, anything less than 10 miles, join Team B. So Team B will win anything less than 10 miles. Using this relationship, if the members on the team ran for 10 hours, oh, we already saw that, how far would each team member be? They would be exactly the same, right? Oh, wait. If they ran for 10 hours, 10 hours, not 10 miles, I read that wrong. So 10 hours. Well, Team A has a constant rate, right? Y equals kx. So if I take my 2.5 and multiply it by my time x, 10, Team A is going to go 25 miles. 10 hours. Team B, the first hour is 4 miles plus, then they would have 9 hours more going 2 miles per hour. So 18 plus 4, they would go 22 miles. They don't have a constant rate, so you can't use y equals kx. Will there always be a winning team? No. At 10 miles, we saw that the teams are exactly the same. They will finish at the same time, 4 hours, right? If the race is 12 miles long, which team should you choose if you wish to win? So 12 miles. It takes a full 5 hours to go 12 miles on Team B, but at 5 hours, Team A will have gone 12.5 miles, so they're going to get there first. So Team A. Miles. How much sooner would you finish on Team A, than the other one? So how much sooner? Again, A's would be time equals distance divided by speed. So it would be 12 divided by 2.5, which would be 4 8/10 hours. They'd get there before 5 hours. Because they're going 12.5 miles at 5 hours. B, we just saw from the table back there that it takes them 5 hours, 5 full hours to get there. So how much sooner? Well, 5 minus 4 8/10 would give you 2/10 of an hour. 2/10 of an hour. Well, 1/10 is 6 minutes, so 2/10 would be or 12 minutes. So you could answer it either way. If you're on Team A, you're going to get there 12 minutes sooner, or 2/10 of an hour sooner. And that's it for today's video.